Welcome to the Credit Repair Show, the road to 800 with the credit doctor, Angelo McCutcheon, coming to you with another quick video. I guess it's quick on the credit repair process. As you see today, we're going to be talking about the president's student loan plan that just came out today that he announced. We're going to get into it as much as we can with the limited information that he gave us, but some important people for all of you guys who may have student loans out there, some things you need to know. So we're definitely going to jump into that. But to those of you who are just coming on, first time watching me, my name is Angelo McCutcheon. The name of my company is called the Faithful Credit Group, LLC. We've been helping people repair their credit for over 15 years. We also help people build business credit for those who have small to medium businesses and like to be able to build business credit. We also help in that area. But most of these videos that I do, whether it's on TikTok, whether it's on YouTube or Facebook Live, it's all about giving you guys the information so you guys can improve your credit, because you do not have to live with bad credit. Absolutely not. You do not have to live with bad credit. And so these videos are to encourage you on how to deal with debt collectors, how to write dispute letters, how to manage your credit card debts, how to deal with the credit bureaus or the original creditors. We try to give you information to at least get you on the road. So as you come on into the room, please say hello, give us some thumbs up, give us some likes. YouTube, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell, give us some likes so anytime we go live, you guys can get to it. Now, before we even get started, let me show you guys something. Before we even get started, I want you guys to look at this chair that's right here. You see that chair right there? See that? That was a gift from one of my daughters, Jessica Cooper. It's a massage chair, and I'm going to massage myself before we get into it. This is the real deal. Look at that. I'm feeling that already. And then you guys ever went to one of them nail places where you get your nails, pedicures, or stuff like that, and those Chinese shops, and they have those massage chairs when you get in your pedicure. I think that's what it is. And you're sitting back and you feel that massage. Wow, this is what this chair is doing. This is the real deal, y'all. And guess what? I can put it on like a 3D that gives you deep tissue massage. Oh, that's what's up. Lean back, you get the neck, you get you get all of that. Got the rolling thing here. I tell you, I use this just about every morning to loosen up my back, get these things together, get it on point. So definitely look into getting one of these great massage chairs. It definitely works if you have back problems or anything like that, or you just want a massage. So shout out to my daughter, Jessica Cooper, for getting me this massage chair. Oh, this what's up, y'all. This is what's up. This is what's up. Hey, somebody said hi on Facebook. How you doing? How you doing? Shout out. And give me some hearts. Give me some thumbs up. You know how it is. We're going to get started in a minute. Just massaging the back real quick on this machine right here. This is what's up. Oh, you can get the vibration going. Oh, you guys can't feel it, but I feel the vibration. Oh, yeah. I can get heat on it if I want it. This is what's up. You can do the lower back, the full back, the upper back. Oh, man, this chair is the real deal here. Oh, look at that. Get that neck right there. Getting that neck right there. Oh, yes. That's what's up. Okay. All right. There you go. All right. So that's good. Let's stop that there. Loosen me up so we can get into this conversation. I'm wasting your time. Wait a minute. What's your comment? I'm sorry. I missed it. I'm against what Biden did today. Oh, that's fine. Listen, not everybody's a fan. Even he said it. Not everybody's going to be happy with it. And that's with anything in life. No matter what a person does, there's some people going to be happy about it. There's some people that's not going to be happy. I'm just presenting the information. Don't kill the messenger one way or the other. I'm just presenting the information because there are some people out there who can actually use it. And so if you can use the information, definitely use it. If you can't use it, just say, hey, wait for the next thing to come along. All right. So what is a student loan all about? A student loan forgiveness about? As he came on and talked about, he's going to be able to forgive up to $10,000 of a person's student loan, right? And if they went to school on a Pell Grant, it'll be up to $20,000. Now, I know Pell Grants, you don't really pay for Pell Grants, but the way it's structured and work, you're actually getting that 10,000 plus another 10,000, which gives you 20,000 of forgiveness. It's structured in that way where you can do that. Now, so it's 10,000 per person, up to $10,000. And the cutoff of what you have to be making in order to get this is $125,000. If you make less than $125,000, you qualify for the student loan forgiveness, the up to $10,000 of the student loan forgiveness. If you're married, then it goes to the cutoff limit is $250,000. So it all depends on what you want, whether you're single, whether you're married, what you can qualify, what the cutoff limit is, and everything like that. So basically, $10,000. People have been waiting. Because I've talked to a lot of people who had student loans. Some of my clients who have student loans, and always asking me, like, what are they going to do about that? When is they going to do any forgiveness? If they're going to do any type of forgiveness? I'm like, I don't know. I have no idea, but I will keep my eye on it and see what he does. Because you got to remember, people have been pushing this for the last 2 years to try to give some type of relief to those who have student loans, right? And some people may say, well, 10,000, that doesn't even put a dent in my student loans. Some people be like, hey, that's a big help to me. So everybody's going to see it different, but 10,000 is still 10,000. So even if you owe 90,000, take 10,000 off of that, you owe 80,000. Now, let's say you pay the 80,000 and you got another 10,000 to pay. If somebody say, hey, I'm going to forgive that 10,000, would you get upset? Would you be upset with that? Would you say, oh, definitely, you just saved me $10,000 in my pocket? So that's the way it is. And that's how some people look at it. Some people don't look at it that way. So you just got to know. So you just got to know what benefits you. So whether you like it, the loan, whether you think it should have been more, whether you think it should have been less, whether you think it shouldn't have been nothing at all, whatever your agenda is, whatever your feeling is, whatever your opinion is, that's strictly your opinion, right? And everyone is entitled to that. But for those who can use that $10,000, listen, if somebody came up to me and said, I want to give you $10,000, I'm taking it. If someone said, I want to pay $10,000 of your bill, I'm letting them do it. So that's the individual. That's totally up to you. So, and again, so it's not only that, right? The $10,000 forgiveness, $20,000 if you went to school on a Pell Grant, but you got to also look at the fact that now many of the student loans was supposed to start. There was a pause on payments of student loans until the end of this month, to the end of August. So what his plan also did was extend that. So people who was going to have to start making their student loan payments next week or the end of this month, now it's been paused all the way to the end of the year. So that's a relief to those people who are not yet ready to even start making payments on their student loans. And it's actually give them a few more months to where they don't have to make that payment. So that's another part of his plan that he put into action. And then there's another thing that he talked about. Part of his plan is the fact that I don't know how many of you guys are familiar with the forgiveness for if you worked in the public sector and you worked 10 years. Your student 10 years consecutively, at least that's what it was in the beginning, then the rest of your debt would be forgiven, right? But you had to work 10 years as a public servant, any type of public servant, right? Then you make your payments for 10 years and then it was forgiven. Now, the way that was structured is you had to work like 10 straight years in order to get that. And by the end of the 10 years, you had to make sure you were still in that same field for doing that, all right? So that's another thing that he looked at, and he didn't like the way that was structured, because a lot of times people who went to school and then may have went into the service for 4 or 5 years and then got out to continue their schooling, they didn't count that as part of the 10-year public service because there was a split, a pause in the payment. So Biden is saying, hey, we got to fix that. People got to be credited, whether so basically if you made 5 years of payment and then you stopped making payments, got sick, went into the service or whatever, and then you picked up 2 or 3 years later, they don't start the whole 10 years over again. They just pick up from where you left off. You get credit for those 5 years, and then whatever years now you're starting to resume payment. That's the way Biden wants to make that happen. Because I know a lot of people who are teachers and nurses or doctors who complained about that and say, hey, I had a pause where I couldn't pay it, or I got out the field and got back in it. Now they was telling me I had to do a whole new 10 years, have to start all over. I didn't get credit for the 2 or 3 years that I already put in. So with Biden's plan, you will start getting credit for that. If everything goes to to the plan that he wants, you will start getting credit for that forgiveness, in a public service thing for working 10 years. So it's a lot of things that he put into motion, a lot of things that he have going on that, again, at least it's something. People have been crying for the last couple of years. Is he going to do anything? Well, now he has done something. 10 years, $10,000 up to $10,000 can be forgiven. $20,000 if you went to school on a Pell Grant. He extended the pause on repayment until December 31st of this year, and he's fixing that 10-year forgiveness program in which if you worked in a public sector, you work 10 years, you make 10 years of payment, and whatever's left over gets forgiven. So it's something to the plan. And again, it may not fit everybody. It may fit some people. Obviously, again, as he even said, no matter what you do, everybody's not going to be happy. Some people are going to like it. Some people are not going to like it. That's just the way it is. And again, that's with anything. So if it fits you and it works for you, there you go. Make it happen. Now, how do you apply for that? The question is, how do I apply for that? Okay, for those of you who want to know how to apply, basically, from what I've read, the Department of Education is going to send out like this application, a small page application that you fill out. You put in all the information that requires, and then once they get that, they begin to set that up and do those forgiveness for you. So the Department of Education is supposed to send out these applications. You're supposed to have it before the end of the year. Everyone should have it before the end of the year. If you don't believe they have your information, your mailing address or anything like that, just go to the Department of Education's website, and there should be a section on there where you can update your information so that they will have it. So if you're definitely interested in that forgiveness program, they'll be sending out forms. If you don't believe they have your updated address, then go there, put in your updated address so you can make sure you get that form, all right, that you need to fill out. Yeah, of course, it's okay to be jealous because and again, like I said, there are a lot of people who went to school and paid off their debts. Yes, they went to school and literally paid off their debts, and now they're saying that, hey, people who are going now get a chance to get some of that forgiveness. Well, in reality, that's just one of the things that happen. That's just one of the things. It's just like, if you work at a particular job company and they started paying you at $15 an hour, 5-10 years later, somebody gets hired to that job, but now they're paying $20 an hour, $25 an hour, right? That's just the way it is, right? At any time, things like that happen. So whether you went to school back in the day and you paid off your student loan, which is a great thing, definitely applaud you, to working at a job making what years ago $15 an hour was great, but now you people working that same job making $20 an hour or $21 an hour, right? So that's just the way it is. You really can't do much about that. He didn't do anything, like he didn't say anything about those who actually went to school, paid off their debts, about getting any refunds. He didn't talk about any of that, so I can't share that information because he really didn't mention anything like that. Who knows? Maybe down the road. I'm not sure, but that's just the way it is. You definitely jealous. Hey, listen, I'm not mad at you. But that's the way it is. That's and guess what? That 5, 10, 20 years maybe down the road, the next group of people may get 50,000 student loan forgiveness, or something else will come in which they will be like, hey, I only got 10,000 when I was there. I only got, now how they getting 40 and 50. It's what's called life, and just call life. That's the way it is. Not too much you can do about it. It's just life. You just the way it is. That's the best I can tell you. Could be Treasure. I believe that's your name. Could be Ches. That's so I do feel for you, and I understand those people who would be a little bit upset. And listen, thanks for all the hearts. I appreciate you guys sending up all those hearts. So those who are in that position, who have went to school, can look at it. And like I said, some people gonna like it, some people are not gonna like it. But I'm just reporting the facts. Don't kill the messenger. I'm just putting it out there as a content creator and someone who deals in helping people fix their credit and touches on all these subjects. When it comes to that, just relying the message. All right. So hit the like button, hit the share button, ask your question, make a comment, whatever you want to do. We just wanted to drop that in there with you guys tonight. We wasn't going to be on here too long. But definitely I want to also, once we got now, let me just pivot over to something else that I want to talk about when it comes to credit repair, the credit repair industry. Right. So a lot of people have to understand when it comes to, again, because I was asked this question not too long ago, what are the benefits of working with a consumer attorney? Just venti? No problem. Could be Treasure. I have no problem with you venting. It's all good. It's all good. I'm not mad at you at all. Because listen, I ain't mad at you. So vent all you can, vent all you want. It's good. So people ask me, like, what really is the advantage of working with consumer attorneys? So I have a lot of people who follow me on my podcast, follow me on my YouTube page, or follow me on my Facebook, now TikTok, and Instagram. And so I'll get questions. People hear me talking about working with an attorney when you're trying to clean up your credit. So I was asked, what's really the advantage of working with a consumer attorney? So when we talk about consumer attorney, we're talking about attorneys that specialize in credit debt, right? Specialize in credit debt, right? The advantage, the number one advantage is they're able to do things that you, or if you hire a credit repair company, really cannot do. And that is basically being able to file the proper lawsuits when they find certain violations on your credit report, right? Because I've been doing this for 15 years, and now that I've been working, having access to attorneys, I'm starting to find out things that I look at, didn't even know was a violation on people's credit report. Okay, feeling on Dave Ramsey. I can't understand what you're saying. ABD, his program, not sure what that is. It's all good though, it's all good. Right? So working with an attorney allows them to be able to help you get more items deleted, in a sense that where you may be stuck because the credit bureaus are not really doing what they're supposed to. For instance, if you find an error, a legitimate error, and inaccurate information on your credit report, and you send out dispute letters pointing out those errors, but then they come back and say, nah, we verified that the company said it's correct, then what's your next step? You can send out another letter saying, hey, again, I'm giving you an opportunity to fix this, is wrong. And then they might come back and say, no, we verified it. And you can send out another letter. And they can come back and say, hey, we think you're just sending out letters. We told you we verified it. You're just sending out letters now. So we're not going to just investigate it anymore, right? So they'll send you a letter like that. I've gotten that from my clients, but I throw those away because I do understand that those are stall tactics and stuff, right? So what an attorney can do that you really can't do is an attorney can actually file a lawsuit, say, hey, you guys have violated the Fair Credit Reporting Act. You got, thanks for the roses. Dolores is in the house. Thanks for the roses. Appreciate it. Right. So the attorney comes on, can say, hey, we're going to file a lawsuit. They violate the Fair Credit Reporting Act or the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act if it's deal with debt collectors. And they filing that lawsuit, they can get those items deleted. And not only deleted, but if you've been damaged, they can get you some money back, right? They can get you some money back for damages applied to your credit reports and stuff like that because of those damages on your credit report. So working with a consumer attorney is really a blessing. And if anybody who that actually does credit repair, if you're not working with a consumer attorney, and when I say working with, meaning having access to, right, being able to say, hey, here's some of my clients. I'm not referring them, but can I have them call you so you can look at their credit? Right, and look and see if there's any violations or anything like that, because they will do that for free. And that's another advantage of working with a consumer attorney. They will actually look over your credit report for free. They will file the lawsuit for free. And well, somebody said, well, how do they get paid then if they do all that for free? Well, the way the law is set up, the law basically says that whoever they sue, if they win the case, then whoever they sue have to pay their attorney fees. So the client, the consumer, don't have to pay the attorney fees. So what if they lose? Just the consumer does not have to pay the attorney fees. Whether they win or lose, they don't. So that's another advantage. And with that, typically, attorneys will take on cases that at least 99% believe that they can win the case. They will take a case that they believe 99% of the times they can win, right? Because they don't think it's really a case there or case law. They'll let you know. But if they say, hey, we think we can do this, then they'll win. They can get you some money back. Right? So that's some of the advantages of working with an attorney. They can go further than a credit repair company can do, as far as they're able to say, hey, you send out the letters, you saw the inaccurate information, you send out the letters, you disputed it 2-3 times, they still haven't done nothing. Now we're going to step in, we're going to file a lawsuit because we see the error, we see the inaccurate information, we're going to file a lawsuit. And we're either going to settle with them to where they're going to delete this from your credit report and get you some money back, or we're going to go to court. And I showed you guys in a video I did before, not too long ago, that the people who have won millions of dollars against the debt collector, against the credit bureaus, against an original credit, millions, like 14 million, 8 million, 36 million, 12 million. I've showed you in a couple of videos ago that I did on consumers who have won major, big-time lawsuits when they, had an attorney, consumer attorney, and they took them to court. So yes, it is possible. Most of the time, you can win anywhere up to $1,000 per violation, $1,500, $2,000. I believe I saw a question here. Yes, the lady Dolores White, she knows. She was a client of mine. She know about those. She know about it. She know about it. All right. So yes, this is what they can do. So I highly recommend that if you're working with a credit repair company, that you talk to them about having, hey, do you guys have access to a consumer attorney that I can talk to, that I can show my credit reports to, or that you can show your credit reports to, however it's structured, right? Because it's a big benefit. It's a benefit to you, and that's the good thing about it. So to the person who asked me that question, I pray and hope that you actually told you I was going live. I was going to talk about it this week, and I definitely want to get that in there. So if anybody have any questions, you can always ask your questions. Make sure you hit the like button, hit the share button. Even if you're watching this as a replay on YouTube, you want to ask a question, shoot a question in there. We'll come back and we'll review it, and we'll definitely answer your question. We appreciate you guys. Yes, they can. They will. Let's see. I want to miss somebody said I was ignoring their question before. Okay. Nope. We got everything. Sometimes things scroll up, you guys. Now, and while I'm talking, I missed certain questions. So don't be afraid to repeat it, because I'll look, particularly if you see me looking at the TikTok screen. Right. Thank you for the hearts. I really appreciate the hearts and everything like that. Like I said, I wasn't going to be on here too long tonight. We'll probably come back on Friday night to talk more about how you can repair your credit, how you can fix your credit. Today, we just really wanted to touch on the student loan since President Biden kind of outlined his plan. We wanted to definitely talk about that. And again, that plan is all about getting your student loan up to $10,000 of your student loan forgiven. If you went to school on a Pell Grant, it would be up to $20,000 forgiven. And again, you got to be making less than $125,000 a year in order to qualify for that. If you're married, then it's $250,000 total combined between you and your spouse. Got to be under that in order to qualify for this $10,000 loan forgiveness. Plus, we want to make people aware that some people may not know that the beginning of, the end of this month, August, they was going to start saying, hey, you got to start now paying your student loan. But Biden now put a pause on that and said, hey, we pushing it all the way to December 31st, to the end of the year. So starting in January, you'll be able to start making payments again on your student loan. He extended the pause that was supposed to end at the end of this month, August 31st or 30th, whatever, how many days in this month. But now it's extended to the end of the year. So that's a good thing right there. And he's also kind of fixing that 10-year forgiveness program, in which if you worked in a public sector and you work 10 years, work 10 years and you make 10 years worth of payments, then whatever's left over after the 10th year would just be forgiven automatic, right? And so he's working on making sure that people who get credit, who maybe worked 2 or 3 years and for some reason had to stop, do something else, 3 or 4 years later, they went back into the public sector making their student payments, that they get credit for the first 3 years. I'm sorry, that they do, they was making those payments. So he's trying to fix those things there. And like I said earlier, when I first got on, some people are going to like it. Some people are not going to like it. Some people are going to have, issue with it. Some people are not going to have issue with it. But it is what it is. And I'm just reporting the facts. Just reporting the facts that I know. I'm sure there's more to it, but just giving you the facts that I know. All right, let's see here. Thanks for the crowns, the roses. We got 2,000 likes here. Appreciate the likes. I mean, the hearts and the likes. Yeah, one and the same thing. So yeah, we just covering that. We'll come back again on Friday. We're gonna talk more about. We're gonna actually look at. I want to look at Friday. I want to look at what constitutes what can be a violation on your credit report. Right. I want to go over some of the things that can actually be a violation on your credit report, because you may not be aware that you have these violations. So I'm just going to outline some of the things that may be considered a violation on your credit report. All right. And so with that in mind, I appreciate you guys. You know what we always say, stay blessed. Whatever you do, stay blessed. But what's even more important is that you are a blessing. And with that, we say to everybody, you guys have a blessing.